Hi, this is Craig Turner.
And this is Chris Cortland with First Priority Financial and
Dream Big
and Work Smart. We're here in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado with your tip of the week.
You know, knowing what to ask your loan officer when you're applying for a mortgage loan is essential for making sure that the mortgage loan approval process goes as smoothly as possible.
See, the problem is a lot of borrowers don't ask the right questions during the mortgage loan pre-qualification process, and they end up getting frustrated because their expectations aren't met. Now, here are 8 questions that you should be asking your loan officer so you're fully prepared when you're completing your loan application.
Right. Number 1 question is, what documents will I need on hand in order to make sure I receive a full mortgage loan approval? Well, there are a number of documents you need to bring, but here are the most important ones. First off, you need 2 years federal taxes, all pages and all schedules. Your most recent 2 months bank statements, again, all the pages for all of your accounts. Most recent 30 days pay stubs, your driver's license, and your social security card.
Yes.
We'll also need to know where you've lived for the past 2 years, your current marital status, your current credit obligations, and we'll get that off your credit report also. You'll also need to know where you've worked the past 2 years. Now, this documentation is required by the underwriters for a full mortgage loan approval. There's nothing worse than getting close to closing and having the underwriter come up and say, oh, I need this documentation now, and we can't close on time. So make sure you bring it all in to start with so we're prepared and ready to go.
Right. Number 2. How long would this whole process take? Well, between processing your loan application, underwriting, title search, appraisal, all the verification processes, there's a bunch of stuff that goes into factoring what the overall timeline is.
There you go.
Okay, but typically it should take a little less than 30 days. Okay?
30 days or less, yeah.
Yes. Now, the main reason this question is important to ask up front is because you want to make sure that you're determining whether or not your loan officer is just interested in telling you what he wants you to hear or what is really true.
There you go.
Time-wise, okay? Now, you should also inquire about anything specific with your loan officer that you think that might hold up the loan closing. That's not good.
There you go. Number 3, are my property taxes and homeowner's insurance included in my payment? Well, the answer to this question here in Colorado is typically yes. That's all included in your mortgage payment, and that's a good thing because you don't want to be bringing in a big check to the county or to your homeowner's insurance once a year. It's better off to just take about 1/12 of that out of your check every month to make sure it's paid up front, and you don't have to worry about those big checks at the end.
That's right. That reminds me of number 4. Will my payment ever go up? Well, it depends.
Good question.
Most borrowers are choosing a fixed rate loan, which that means is that your principal and interest payment will never go up during the life of the loan.
Right.
Now, however, if you've got your taxes and your insurance are included in your payment, if your taxes go up or down or your insurance goes up or down, that can affect your payment, making it go up or down as well.
There you go. So yeah, you got to make sure that you understand that those will change over time.
Yes.
Number 5, how do I lock in my interest rate? You know, it's a good idea to know what the terms and conditions are of locking your interest rate in before you get started. Establishing whether or not you have the final word on locking a specific rate at any given moment in time will alleviate any chance of someone else making your decision for you and maybe making the wrong decision for you. So, most professional loan officers pay very close attention to market conditions for their clients, but this should be clearly understood and agreed to up front so that there's no mistake and misunderstanding on the backside, Chris.
Right. Now, the other question, number 6, is how long will my rate be locked for? See, most mortgages are typically priced with a 30-day lock. Now, you can also lock it for 45 or 60 days. Okay? Now, you may want to choose to hold off on that lock if you're buying a foreclosure or a short sale, because these typically take longer than normal to finalize the purchase price.
There you go.
Okay? So the way that the terms affect your pricing is this way. Okay? So if you have a shorter lock period, your rates are going to be lower. If you have a longer lock period, your rates are going to be higher.
That's right. So number 7, how does my credit score affect my interest rate? This is a very important question to get very specific answers on from your loan officer. If you've had recent changes in your credit report, now's a great time to tell your loan officer what's happened. There are a few key factors that can influence to a slight amount the fluctuation in your credit score. So make sure you let your loan officer know exactly what's happened in the past.
Now, number 8, how much will I need for closing? Now, the bad news is that the good faith estimate doesn't actually tell you how much you need to close.
No, it doesn't.
It just gives you your maximum fees. But you'll need to know how much you're going to need to bring to closing.
Right.
So what you want to do is you want to ask your loan officer, how much money am I going to need to budget so I'm prepared at the time of closing? It's because some of your escrow money, your earnest money deposit, your appraisal fees, seller contributions, all that will factor into your final numbers. But you want to have a clear picture so you avoid the last minute panic attacks.
There you go.
Yes. Now that you have a background of these 8 questions, you should be more confident of finding a good mortgage company like
First Priority.
That's right. And now you can be sure that they'll serve your personal needs and your unique situation.
There you go. Remember, the more you understand about the entire loan process, the better your experience will be. Most frustration is experienced during the home buying and approval process on your loan. So make sure you understand what's going on, and if you have any questions at any time, call your loan officer. I know if you call me, I'll be happy to talk to you.
Exactly.
Remember, you can never ask too many questions. Thank you very much for watching us here today. We'll be right back here next time with your tip of the week. Please forward us to your friends, to your family, to your coworkers, to your next door neighbors. We'd love a chance to help all them also.
And if you go right up here, you can sign up for our automatic updates where it says subscribe here.
This is Craig Turner.
And Chris Cortland. We're the mortgage experts you refer your friends to.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. Dream big.
And work smart.